I can't believe I managed to obtain some of the rarest shinies in Legends EA just by trading a random person. You see, I was in Zone 20 trying to hunt for shiny Alpha Absol and shiny Alpha Lucario. I'm not going to say exactly why, but I just really wanted them. And after 2 hours of shiny hunting, this is the closest thing to a shiny I had found. And whilst I was shiny hunting, I stumbled across a video by Nova Umbral, which gave a link code where you could trade shiny Pokemon with random people across the world. And I thought, you know what, let's give it a go. What's the worst that can happen, right? The first person I matched with was Alex, who whipped out a shiny Dratini. Now, I didn't know if this was normal behavior or not, so I was skeptical why he was being so nice and just randomly whipped out one of the most desirable shinies in the game. So I started panicking for some reason and offered him a shiny Scrafty. He accepted the trade and I was left speechless. I received the shiny Dratini and I thought that was going to be it, until he whipped out a shiny Shuppet. So I went through my box and decided to offer him a shiny Bagon, as I already had 3 in my box, and he accepted. And at this point, I realized I may actually have a chance of getting some shinies I really want. The next shiny I traded away was my Magikarp, and in return I received a Swablu. But now it was time to see if I could somehow get a shiny Lucario or shiny Absol. So I searched for an Absol in my box and kept switching to Absol to show that I wanted the shiny. Somehow Alex understood the assignment and showed me my grail. So I offered him a respectable trade, which was my shiny Alpha Sylveon. But unfortunately he cancelled the trade and chose to quit trading, which was unfortunate. But at that point, I knew just from that first random trade encounter that my goal was possible. So I loaded up again and matched with a person called Tig, who out of nowhere offered me an Alpha Shiny Steelix. I offered him a shiny Machamp and he declined the trade, although they accepted when I showed him an Alpha Shiny Camerupt, and honestly I didn't think they would. But we traded our shiny Alphas, and at that point I started to have high hopes matching with Tig, because instantly I assumed that they were legit by the way they traded me one of the rarest shinies in the game. And what happened next left me absolutely speechless. I once again went to my box with Absol and kept switching to show I wanted a shiny, and they actually had a shiny Alpha Absol, so I rushed to offer something for trade, as I didn't want to let this opportunity slide. I offered them my shiny Raichu, which took me a very long time to hunt, but I was willing to sacrifice Raichu for an Absol. Unfortunately, they did cancel the trade, but I didn't give up. I tried again to find a shiny they might like, but this time they actually tried to communicate what shiny they wanted, and it was a Sylveon. And lucky for me, I had one, so I offered my shiny Alpha Sylveon, and to my surprise they knew exactly what I wanted. The trade was accepted and I finally got myself a shiny Alpha Absol, but it didn't stop there. We kept trading, and at one point I offered them a shiny Machop, and somehow in return they offered me a shiny Lucario. Bro, what are the chances of that happening? I promise you guys, this is a random person and it's not staged. I don't know this person, and we met through this random shiny link code that was given to me, and I was genuinely gobsmacked because I just managed to get the 2 shinies I was looking for in the space of about a few minutes of trading. And it didn't stop there. They offered me shiny starters from Zone 20 every trade I did. I managed to get shiny Tepig for my shiny Honedge, shiny Squirtle for my Alpha Shiny Go-Go, a shiny Totodile for my shiny Meditite, a shiny Chikorita for my shiny Shuppet, a shiny Phalanx, a shiny Bunnelby, and a shiny Scolipede. At that point I had nothing left for trade that they wanted, so I was forced to exit. But man, thank you to both Alex and Tig for their generosity. And yes, I checked the shinies Tig gave me, they all look legit and were caught in Zone 20. Although the only issue was, I couldn't rename them, even when I tried to evolve them.